This video will demonstrate how to add additional estimates for the comparison dashboard. In order for this dashboard, the estimate comparison, to run on more than two estimates, we need all of that estimate information loaded to the comparison view. In the comparison view, click Add Estimate, search for your project. In this case, Dashboard Test. I'm going to add my older versions, SD 50%, as I'm currently working in my 100% estimate. And I'll go ahead and grab my old conceptual estimate as well. This gives me all of the data, and clicking Update Comparison spits that information into the back sheets of the dashboard. Now, in the dashboard, we know that it only is set up to run on two estimates by default. We need more. So the first place I would check is the references page. What does it suggest we do? Well, in the instructions, to add additional estimate comparisons, select the highlighted cells and drag them down as needed. Before making sweeping edits to any dashboard, we always suggest saving the dashboard out to Excel and opening it in the native application. Formula prompts, those sorts of things are simpler in the native tool. So before making any edits here in the references sheet or on the dashboard itself, I'll click Save As, and somewhere on my desktop, I'm going to create the Add Additional Estimates example file. Navigating to my desktop, I can open the Add Additional Estimates file. And now we can make those changes that are called for. So starting on the references page, go to cells F43 to I43 and drag down the formulas. If you scroll down in column F, the estimate comparison section of this references page has all of the horsepower used to create that dashboard. Select the highlighted cells as instructed and drag it down however many additional estimates you need. In this case, I just need one. Now we're looking at three estimates. I can see all of my estimates are accounted for. So that step is now complete. I'll go ahead and save this just to be safe. Now on the estimate comparison dashboard itself, this one's only designed to run off two estimates. So it's kind of up to you how you want to adjust the logic. But the simplest route, or the example I'll show, is to take the second estimates column, right? This is one estimate over here. This is another estimate here. So both of these columns are paired, and the variance math. And I'll simply copy those columns, and I'm just going to insert them off to the side. So now I have three sets. I'll go ahead and just to confirm the math is filling out how we expect it to, hitting the drop down for my options, I can pick my conceptual estimate. The next estimate would be my 50%. And the last estimate would be my 100% estimate. Now, you're seeing some weird variance math off to the side, and that's okay. We're going to track down exactly what's going on. So in this case, looking at the variance, it was originally built on a more recent estimate compared to the previous. So instead of being on the variance, I'll just move that over to F10 and pull that column formula down. The variance percentage was originally the variance amount against the previous estimate, so I'll also move that over and pull that formula down. Now, logically, I have what I would expect to see going across. I have my variances, I have my percentages, and then it's up to you on how you'd like to format this. I'll move these pretty headers over, and I like to sort of make best use of space. I can kind of play around with what makes the best use of this real estate. And now I have my variance dashboard created. Now the references page is active and correct. The dashboard is active and correct. I can save the dashboard, go back to the estimate, open dashboard, choose the additional estimates example, and I can see that it is now set up as I expected it to be between these estimate versions.